to Miss P's class. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get into our lesson, don't forget to like, click, and subscribe. That doesn't make sense. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to share this with a friend who will find it most beneficial to them. Today, we are sewing pleats, all right? I'm going to show you a way. And remember, the videos I show you, they are just a particular way to do it, the way I found most helpful and easiest for me, but they are not the only way. Please keep that in mind. But without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, so what I have done ahead of time is I use my trusty little ruler here, and I have made marks at every inch across my fabric all the way up into the end because I want my pleats to be a 1/2 inch deep. So what you're going to do is once you decide how spread apart you want your pleats to be, I took my ruler and I just made a mark here, there, all the way down. And then I took my fabric shears and just cut very small slits into the fabric all the way across. All right. So after doing that, all I'm going to do is take my first cut. I am going to pinch it and I am going to fold it over to meet my second cut. That is going to make the depth of this pleat 1/2 inch. Once I have that, I'm going to pin it in place so it doesn't move. All right. I'm going to do the same thing again. I am going to take my next mark and I'm going to move it down to meet the next cut, and I am going to pin it again in place. You'll do that again. I have that, and I'm just going to pin this in place. Oops. So remember, you're going all the way through your fabric, coming out to the other side. So now you can see that I have 3 pleats that are ready to go. There are a couple ways you can do this. Some people like to do a basted stitch first, just to hold them in place, and then they'll attach the pleated material or fabric to the final piece. Because we're just doing a sample today, we're just going to go ahead and do a permanent stitch, so your stitch length just needs to be at 2.5 instead of 4. But if you are using this technique to add to a garment or some other type of project, you can go ahead and do a row of basted stitches. Remember, when you're doing basted stitches, you want to do them slightly above the seam allowance that's given in your instructions, or you can go ahead and stitch along your final stitch path. You just want to remove those stitches once you're done, because you don't want them to pop out on your final project. So let's get to it. Okay, so now that we have it, you see as it's pleated, it's all right. So now that we have our sample completely pinned together, you see that it's got a slight curve to it. And what's that rule? If it's curving, we're going to go a little bit slower. All right. So same thing as we've done before. We are going to put our needle down in our fabric and just take your time while you stitch this. Here we go. Have to sew completely off the fabric, but we did anyway. All right, so we take it out. Go ahead and cut the thread as close to the fabric as you can. And we have our pleats. Oh my goodness, look at them, they're so beautiful. And that's it. We got pleats. We got pleats. We got pleats. All right, so I love these pleats. I'm excited. Yes, you have your first set of little pleats. Remember, if you want to do a basted stitch first, you can, to hold them in place and then attach it to your final project. But you did it. Okay, we're done. You did it. Congratulations to you on your first set of pleats. Good job. Don't forget to join me for the next basic sewing how-to video. In the meantime, congratulations to you, and I'll see you later. Peace. End of pleats, take one. Take take one, take